What I want to know is if by having the trial here in New York, is our safety compromised at all?
I don't
because
think...
you got a judge, you're going to have to go. Well, you have to be guarded for the rest of his life. I remember
There's no question. This jury has to be guarded. The judge, the prosecutors, and you know what? Think about the little guy, the small businessman. You know, when you've got a woman, when you've got a lockdown in that part of New York City, they're going to be losing business. Right. What is the point? Try them in the military tribunal. Then you don't have to deal with the speedy trial issue, the voluntariness of confessions, the right to counsel, and all of the other issues that are really, you know, in jeopardy here.
But, you know, like in the Nuremberg trials, you know, I mean, I don't understand this 100%. I'm just trying to figure it out. In the Nuremberg trials, you had the Nazis who were German, and that was a declaration of war against the German state, and so they were tried in a military court because it was a military action. Terrorism, these terrorists seem to be criminals in the world. They don't really belong to a country, so maybe they should be treated like civilians, and this is a criminal trial.
No, wait a second. Never be treated like our civilians.
I'm trying to get to the bottom of it.
Terrorists who need a home.
Nobody's saying that, Elizabeth. Stop it. Stop it.
Absolutely not.
Stop it.
You know, trying to understand the rationale here, like why are we doing this? Everyone agrees that they're terrorists. They killed 3,000 people in New York.
Address the point that they don't belong to a country.
Point, and I'm trying to go to your point, and that is they are still defined as enemy combatants. It matters not that they're wearing a military uniform.
Because they're enemies of the country.
They're enemies, and they have identified themselves as such. Sheikh Khalid Mohammed, he's basically said, look, I want to kill Americans. I want to make sure that they all die. This is a jihad. And this circus in this country is going to be a call to arms by the fundamental jihadists who are going to say, what we've got to do is kill the infidel. Who's the infidel?
Okay, so,
we're the infidel.
So the Timothy McVeigh, who was also a terrorist, because he's American, I'm just want to know the answers. He would be tried how? How was he tried?
McVeigh was tried in a state court because he's not saying that he was doing it for another country, for another religion.
Because he was an American, he gets American rights. These people do not.
And we're giving them
the
rights.
Terrorists who were born here that joined up with the jihadists, what did they get?
Well, that's like John Walker Lynn, okay? I mean, you know, someone like that. It depends on, you know, where he was ultimately tried. I think he was tried in a civilian court.
Yes, he was.
Yes, he was. So but that's because he's a citizen. So if that's the line, that's fine. But the president designated them enemy combatants. The United States Congress said we're trying them at tribunals. The president now is pulling them out of tribunals and saying,
is it not
try
that
them
we
in a
are
federal
also
court?
trying to show that we are not them?
Yes.
I mean, that because that's what they well, I don't know what it is for you, but for what I think, it's like, okay, we have these folks over in different countries that get our guys and screw them up and mess them up and don't give them any rights, give them no respect, give them nothing. So maybe, and I know that we would all like to just go, you know, make them disappear. But then we cannot ever hold anybody else to the standards that we say we're supposed to be living by.
The truth is that we don't have to prove ourselves to other countries.
Yeah, actually,
the American criminal justice system is excellent. They're enemies.
Wait a minute. The American criminal justice system is very flawed, and you know that.
I know what you're saying, but what we need to do, we shouldn't give the enemies the right to our system to prove we're good.
But you cannot then make judgments on other countries.